Hello, good morning, everyday family. So, this morning I want to talk about fears, our fears. You know, I wrote briefly on this topic on the page, but this morning I just want to brush it a bit because I really experienced some fear within the week, and I realized how very debilitating it can be to live in fear. It can paralyze you and cause you not to take the next step or the right actions. It can deter you from making a move, to achieving something you want to achieve. Recently, thank you all for your congratulations to my daughter Mabel, who recently just did her call to bar. It's been a long journey for us, and we thank God that we finally go through that so that she can face the next phase and she can step into the next phase of her life. So I've had this fear around this period because she was about traveling to Abuja for her cultivar, and at the same time too we begin to have news coming up about the insecurity around Abuja at the time. But we'd already bought her ticket, and so she boarded her flight and left from you. But just the day before the call to bar, we also got news that there were some insecurity problems around the very location that the event was going to take place. And was I so eaten up with fear? I couldn't sleep the whole night, and it seemed like every time I opened the phone, I just encountered some new gunshot here, this, that, something happening around. And I was so frightened that night that I was about telling her to not attend the function. I tried to read everything about it. Is there a way this can happen without her being present there? All kinds and manners of thoughts came into my mind, and I was so debilitated with fear. Fear to the point that I was willing to cancel something very important, to ask that something that would signify a great thing should be stopped. And then it was at this moment that I realized I could do nothing for myself. And so I said, why am I a Christian? And so I just prayed and handed over everything to God, and I now felt a peace in my heart. And I told myself, what can I really do for myself at this point? We can't stop this from happening because this must happen. So whatever it is, I just want to trust God that my daughter will be safe, that even if anything happens, she'll be safe, but because of her, nothing will happen. And after having that prayer, I just felt a peace in my heart. And I thank God that we are done with that. And that is over. But that is why I have decided to speak on the topic faith and fear and faith. What does your fear do for you? Does it hinder you, or does it move you into faith? Does it make you trust more in the powers that is above? Or do you just allow yourself to be frightened and step back? Because what you need to do is to learn how to convert your fear into strength, into that faith that will move you ahead to victory, that will move you ahead to the next step. Let it not become a hindrance, but let your fear become a propelling force that drives you to achieve what you desire. We all have those moments of fears because of what we see, because of what we hear, because of what we think in our heads, because our mind becomes driven by the negative. But I'm encouraging someone that when you encounter this moment, please learn to look above to the one who can help you. Trust in him and push further. take that step and you'll succeed. So, having talked about food, let me do a little bit of my hash mommy duties shortly. I have here something on my table. About to think about breakfast. I have my burger bread. I have my butter. I have my sausages, chicken sausages. I have some cooking bars. I have some tomatoes. I have onion. I have some eggs. I couldn't get the burger meat because it was a bit late when I closed from work and I could not enter into Spar to get some minced meat to make my burger meat. So I'm going to just have this morning our egg and sausage butter burger. And when I put it up, I may try to show you what comes out of it. So that is it. ChefMamaClaire, mommy duties. Catch you later.